Gordon. There's nobody left to send in.
Oh, I'm on my own? The Narrows is tearing itself to pieces.
This is just the beginning.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. And this time I will be reviewing one of the most realistic comic book adaptations ever. A movie about a rich man who uses his money to become a superhero and saves the city from falling. You already know, this is Batman Begins. But before we move ahead and talk about the movie making, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more videos like this. Without wasting any more time, let's move on to the film. The film starts with a flashback scene. A young kid, Bruce Wayne, is seen playing with his childhood friend Rachel Dawes and falls into a well. The well does not contain water, but it does contain bats. The bats attack Bruce and he wakes up. Now, adult Bruce, seen walking in prison to pick up his breakfast, interrupted by a thug who threatens to kill him. Bruce takes him on alongside a few others and ends up trashing them all. In the end, he is separated and thrown into a separate jail room by the guards. In the cell, a guy named Henry Ducard comes and calls him by his real name. Ducard tells him that he works under Ra's al Ghul, and he can help him understand the meaning of his life. The next day, Bruce sees himself free in the center of the road, and he takes a long walk uphill to meet Ra's al Ghul. When asked about his biggest fear, he goes back into memory and remembers when he was a small child, stuck in the well. His father rescues him from the well, and later we see that he goes to see an opera with his parents. Of course, the opera features a bat-themed show, and the father notices that Bruce is afraid of bats. As they leave the theater, they are stopped by a mugger, Joe Chill, who asks for money. But with the mugging denied, Chill murders Bruce's parents before him, and the orphaned Bruce is raised by the family butler, Alfred. In another flashback, we see a teenager named Bruce on the hearing of Joe Chill's trial, and we see him getting set free. Seeing this, Bruce is agitated and tries to kill him, but he is killed by one of the assistants of the mafia boss, Carmine Falcone. Rachel confronts Bruce and tells him that killing people like Joe won't make any difference, and if he wants to bring any change, he should deal with Falcone himself. Bruce goes to meet Falcone, only to get beaten up by his men. Falcone tells Bruce that real power comes from being feared. After this, Bruce starts joining the underworld, seeing him get into the Bhutan prison where he had met Ducard. At the academy, Ducard teaches him combat and other ninja techniques. However, he soon realizes that Ra's al Ghul has been planning to destroy Gotham. Upon hearing this, he sets the entire building on fire, killing Ra's al Ghul. He takes Ducard out of the building, and we see him getting onto a plane back to Gotham. In the plane, he talks to Alfred about how he will change Gotham's destiny with the help of a new identity. After returning to Gotham, Wayne goes to his company, Wayne Enterprises, where he meets his company's archivist and his father's friend, Lucius Fox. Lucius gives him a protective bodysuit and a heavily armored vehicle called a Tumbler. Bruce, along with Alfred, designs the suit and adds the custom Batman logo to it. Next up, we see Batman as he disrupts a drug shipment and catches Falcone for the first time. Thereupon being asked by Falcone, he says the famous lines, "I am Batman." Batman also meets Rachel and gives her crucial evidence against Falcone, alongside meeting Gordon, one of the few honest officers in Gotham. The next morning, Batman is everywhere in the newspapers and media, and as he has taken justice into his own hands, the police are also after him. At this point, we see Alfred advising Bruce to showcase himself as a corrupt billionaire to ensure his cover is never blown. Meanwhile, we come to know that a microwave emitter has been stolen from Wayne Enterprises. In prison, Dr. Crane meets Falcone, and he dons the Scarecrow mask for the first time. Filling the room with a hallucinogen, he confronts Falcone and scares him off, showcasing him as another person with a mental health condition. Seeing the reports, the jury has Falcone sent off to Arkham Asylum, a place for mentally ill and messed up people. The next day, Batman meets Gordon and tells him that the drugs they captured were only half of the original produced. Batman confronts Falcone's right hand, where he gets to know that the drugs were contaminated. He sets off and catches Dr. Crane, where he gets his hand on another half of the drugs. However, during the fight, Crane sprays the hallucinogen on Batman, seeing his deepest fear ahead of him. Crane sets him on fire, and Batman saves himself by jumping off the window, only to be rescued by Alfred. He wakes up after 2 days and is given an antidote developed by Fox. At this point, Rachel accuses Crane of corruption and goes over to talk to him, where Crane tells her that he has introduced his drug into Gotham's water supply. He also sprays Rachel with the drug, which causes her to faint. However, Batman appears amidst the scene, beats off Crane's guards, and uses the same drug on Crane. Crane, now all jazzed out, admits that he is working for Ra's al Ghul. The police come to catch Batman on the outside, but he evades them by attracting a huge group of bats. He uses a tumbler to take Rachel to safety inside the Batcave and gives her the antidote, alongside 2 more doses for Gordon and mass production. In the next scene, we see Bruce looking ever so charming for his birthday party. However, his party is interrupted by Ducard, who emerges out of nowhere and claims to be the real Ra's al Ghul. He further describes his plan to use the microwave emitter he stole from Wayne Enterprises to vaporize Gotham's water supply and destroy the city. Ra instructs Bruce to end his party and send everyone home for their safety, and unwillingly, Bruce accepts. Ra's al Ghul sets his entire house on fire and leaves Bruce to die under a pillar, only for Alfred to rescue him once again. Ra's al Ghul goes away to implement his plan, and Batman reaches the Batcave to counter him. Ra's loads the microwave emitter onto Gotham's monorail system, and the gas starts corrupting the whole city. However, Gordon is able to get the antidote. Meanwhile, Batman saves Rachel and a kid from a mob. As Rachel inquires about him, he indirectly reveals his identity. He goes and confronts Ra's al Ghul and meets him on the train. Ra's also understands that Bruce is behind the mask, as he wanted to save the city, and Batman has only emerged ever since Bruce left him. The two start fighting, and Batman uses his tumbler to destroy the railway track. The train crashes down as Batman escapes while leaving Ra's inside, killed by the huge blast. The machine emitting the gas is destroyed as well, and the city of Gotham is saved. Bruce meets Rachel for the final time, where Rachel appreciates him and tells him how he has won her respect and love. However, she refuses to be with him, saying they would be together once Gotham does not need Batman. Meanwhile, Batman has become a public hero in the city. Earl, who had just been controlling Wayne Enterprises, gets to know that he has been kicked out of his job after Bruce bought a majority of the company's shares. Bruce appoints Fox at Earl's position, and in the final scene of the film, we can see the newly promoted Lieutenant Gordon showcasing the bat signal to Batman. He tells him about a criminal who has been killing people and leaving behind a Joker playing card. Batman says he will look into it and disappears into the sky. So that was Batman Begins, the first of 3 in the Dark Knight trilogy. I hope you enjoyed the review, almost as much as you liked the film. See you in the next video. Take care.